robust urban garlic flavor.
Is my gaming PC linked up to my TV? Well, what do you think I'm on right now? Oh God, there's a Hatsune Miku festival starting tomorrow. No. No.
Ladies and everyone else, we are back to DSP after his 1 day off, where he's still claiming that the resurgence is still robust and positive. Let's look into it.
Because I know that you guys are going to be so sad that I'm not here. I know. We've got Jordy's Cave. We have a new meme, apparently. That's good. Unlike previous years, yes, because things have improved and gotten so good around here, I don't need to have goals based on this marathon. Instead of it being, oh, if I get a certain amount of support, I'm going to take a shot. I'm just going to drink over the course of the day so I can be merry and bright with everyone all day long. So that's going to be great.
Phil is a man who thinks being inebriated automatically makes you
to not have that tied to anything and instead just do it whenever I want. I'm excited for that. I mean, it definitely worked during the Black Friday event, and I'm very excited for my annual Christmas event. So that is Tuesday, the 23rd of December. If you're available, come on, swing by. I'll be streaming all day. You know, I'll start around 11 in the morning, and I'll be going till like 9, 10 at night. So you'll catch me if you happen to just jump on the stream at any point during the day. Just swing by and say, hey, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And it'd be great to see everyone who can make it on that day. So I'm excited for that. I hope that you guys are too. We're in full swing towards the Christmas event, you know, very exciting.
Dude, you stream 12 times a week. You make it seem like you're in a retirement home and you're doing the plans for the elderly.
Now, I have a couple updates for everyone before we get heavily into shout-outs, because we already have some shout-outs to do, and then we get to the reacting portion of today's podcast. So, first off, DSP Tries It will take place this week, tomorrow. That's right, DSP Tries It returns tomorrow. It'll be a part of the Claire Obscure Expedition 33 big return stream.
So what he's doing is he's trying to boost support for Claire Obscure, but the thing is, once he starts eating, all the money dries up. Like, it would be so hilarious if the whales are like, nah, I'm not going to support this game even if it's day one. Phil would fume.
It's going to be DSP Tries It, Quiznos subs for the very first time. If you can believe it, I've actually never had Quiznos subs at all in a DSP Tries It.
Oh, I believe it. I just don't care.
I've eaten at Quiznos before. I actually really used to like the restaurant and used to go there all the time when I was in my 20s and had an office job. But it's been a long time, and man, they've seen a major decline. So I'm actually going to try Quiznos for the first time in ages to see if they're still good live on the show tomorrow. So I hope you'll come back and hang out with me tomorrow for the return of Claire Obscure to see if it works. I really hope it does, because I love Claire Obscure. And for the next episode of DSP Tries It. Now,
yeah, I can see if the tips are bad, him getting really salty and mad and just take it out on Quiznos. Like he says all the time, he thinks Quiznos is garbage, so let's see what happens.
FYI, there will not be a formal DSP Tries It the week after. Reason being, it's the Christmas week. We have the Christmas marathon. Christmas Eve, I'm only doing one stream. I'm off for 2 days after that. So because of that, it wouldn't really make sense to try to wedge in a DSP Tries It, but I will be ordering some kind of food for the Christmas marathon event. I'm just not sure what yet. I haven't really talked, you know, with my wife, Kat, about it yet, about what we want to do. So there will be some kind of like a Feasting with the King holiday edition, but it's not necessarily going to be like a formal DSP Tries It that week.
Good old Phil, talking endlessly about food. I'm sure the 5 Asmongold tourists that are still there absolutely love this.
However, for the first week of January, DSP Tries It will return, okay? And then we'll see what we want to do. So what we'll do is after tomorrow, we'll start talking about, hey, what else is out there? You know, what's available? That might be another good episode coming up, okay?
Yeah, more Phil stuffing his face. Absolute genius right here.
Good stuff. Now, I also have a big update for all of you regarding that mystery game that's en route to my home. So, to get you caught up really fast, if you're not aware, a game publisher / developer contacted me a few weeks ago and said, hey, we noticed that you reacted to a trailer for our game early in the year, but you never played it. well, we got a DLC coming out, and we'd like to get some hype out for our game. Could we send you a collector's edition of it so that you could do a live unboxing and then you could check out the game and see if you like it?
He only got it because Asmongold gave him an interview. So they're like, oh, this guy must have a viewership base that we can tap into.
And I was like, sure, just as long as you allow me to be honest. Like, if I play your game and don't like it, you got to understand that I want people to know that. It's not going to be like I'm going to sugarcoat your game. And they were like, no problem. Let's get it en route. So they sent it to me.
Phil, you're not a huge streamer. They don't care. If you trash the game, it's good publicity for them too. You made such a huge stink over the years about being a paid shill that you criticize so many people that you have to like do this stupid caveat. Oh, I'm not representing this game. I'm not a employee of this garbage. Yeah, nobody gives one iota, Phil.
And the problem was, it never arrived. They mailed it, no lie, something like 2.5 weeks ago, and it's still not here.
Imagine if they watched this guy's stream for like 15 minutes and decided, yeah, we're not sending it to him because he's boring.
Okay, what ended up happening was, it said that it was suffering some kind of mechanical error. I don't even know what that means. Does that mean their sorting facility had a robot that malfunctioned? Like, what? So this box, this collector's edition of this game that I was planning to unbox last week and play, is apparently lost in shipping. Well, finally, I got an update this morning stating that it's supposed to arrive sometime tomorrow. All right. Now, I'm going to be honest about a couple things. Number one, I have no faith whatsoever that this will arrive or will arrive in any kind of a timely manner. So I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, let's unbox it tomorrow or whatever. I'm not going to get all excited about it because it might not even show up. That's number one. Number two, I have no idea what condition this thing's going to be in. Very well, this box might show up crushed. You know what I mean? If it got stuck in some mechanical error and it was lost for like 3 days, it might actually be destroyed.
Oh my 220. Here we go again. Phil with his nonsensical, paranoia-filled anxiety fantasies. None of these things will happen. It's not a big deal. Yet he is going to pretend it is because he needs to soothe himself. Oh, what if this will happen? What if that will happen? Yeah, just wait for the package. Any other streamer would say, oh, it hasn't arrived yet, and just leave it at that. Phil needs to give you a 5-minute cope session about it because he's like, oh, did they actually send it? Are they trolling me? Like, imagine working with this guy.
So I'm not going to go crazy here, but maybe, just maybe, it will arrive tomorrow. And if it does, then what we can actually do is plan maybe like Tuesday or Wednesday. We could do an unboxing of this thing and see exactly what it is and go from there. Okay? I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver because I'm at the mercy of a shipping company that already screwed this up once. So
yeah, guess what? Nobody was asking about it, yet Phil feels the need to bring it up because he wants to pad his podcast full of nonsense that nobody cares about.
When I know more, I'll let you know. But for now, I'm not going to guarantee you anything. It wouldn't really make sense, right? So, hey, if it shows up, great. I'll be excited. And then we'll do the unboxing and everything, all right? So, possibility that could be Tuesday's stream. And I do know that right now on the schedule for Tuesday, we have a stream of Arc Raiders scheduled, but that could change, okay? Just to be completely transparent here.
Yeah, Phil is not making enough money on Arc Raiders because the Asmongold tourists are all gone and his regular whales are like, yeah, we're not hitting the goal or exceeding it.
Maybe what we'll end up doing, if it does show up tomorrow, then maybe on the podcast Tuesday, we'll do a live unboxing of this collector's edition, and then we'll actually check out the game on that Tuesday daytime stream, and that would just bump everything like a day, which is perfectly fine. We're in no rush or anything like that. We could bump content a day or two. It's not going to affect things too negatively, right? So, there you go. I'm excited. Hopefully it shows up, and we'll see what happens, okay? What a name. Did a $5 super chat. Says, great setup. I loved your Asmongold interview. I wish you success, G. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's funny because here we are 3 weeks from that interview. If you're not aware, it's been 3 weeks since the interview. And I still got people coming by who are saying, you know, I just happened to see it. I really enjoyed it. Good luck. And you're being very supportive. And I appreciate that very much.
Sure, man, but how do we know that's not socks? It's been 3 weeks, so the hype has died down. We've seen it in your viewership. You have 200 people on your Pokemon stream. If this was the Asmongold Resurgence hype, it would be 400 people. You have 120 people watching your on-demand video of Pokemon. That is atrocious.
I can tell you the last 3 weeks have been amazing. In the last 3 weeks, because of the level of support and positivity that I've got on this channel. You know, people engaging with the content by liking the videos, leaving comments, by coming by, liking the streams, interacting with me on the streams, and of course, the support, super chats, memberships, subs, you know, kicks and tips. I have been able to massively upgrade my setup. Everything has been kicked up a major level, and now I have all kinds of fun stuff that I'm doing, and I cannot wait. Like I said, I'm really excited for this week, and the reason being is very simple, okay? I don't have to do any other upgrades. We're done. It took 2 weeks of upgrades, but now we're good. I can use all this new technology around me. I don't have to adjust anything. You know, we're good.
Phil. He is desperately hoping that the 8,000 people who subbed to him during the Asmongold interview are no longer dead subscribers, but are going to watch his gameplay because he's not doing any boring tech streams anymore. Yeah, Phil, the iron has cooled down significantly.
Now, if there is a volume level that's off, let me know. If a filter isn't working, please let me know. But for the most part, we are now full speed ahead with all the content this week, with all the new technology in place. So let's go. Let's do it. Let's enjoy. Let's have a great time in the holiday season, enjoying games in each other's company. Now with all that technology has to offer. Pretty cool, isn't it? So yes, I'm so happy we get to sit back and relax and enjoy games and your company this week, and not just sitting here doing all kinds of, you know, tech stuff. So good stuff there. Okay?
Yeah, we're just chilling here playing games, which is what I wanted you Asmongold tourists to get the impression of from me the entire time. But the reality is, the e-begging is back in full swing. But he's like, oh man, I'm a changed man. Sure you are.
Fighter movie next year when it comes out. Please keep Frankie in the party today. All right, so we are playing Pokemon Legends ZA's DLC, the Mega Dimension DLC today. And for a $20 contribution, you can choose to name a Pokemon. And if you do that, they stay in my party for the entire stream. Now, Frankie is a Pokemon, a Greninja, that was added to my party like weeks ago. But this person has come back repeatedly to keep contributing and keep them in the party. And you could do that, okay? So if you're here today and we start playing, you're like, oh, I want to get a Pokemon. I want to name one and have it be named for the run, have it be in Phil's party today. $20 contribution qualifies you to do that, okay? So thank you to this person. Seems like they've been doing it for a very long time, and I appreciate the support of the Pokemon streams. Excellent. Okay.
Imagine paying DSP $20 each and every stream so he doesn't box your Pokemon. That's just sad.
The Greed Goblin just did a $2 super chat. He says, Asmon gave us massive exposure. Great work, Phil. Thank you to the Greed Goblin. I appreciate that. Yes, and again, I've been enjoying every moment of it. Really, I have. I want to say thank you again to any of you who have come over from Asmongold and are still here hanging out with me 3 weeks later. I understand you get that initial boost, and then a lot of people are like, all right, well, I'll be back once in a blue moon. But there's some people, I would say probably around 1,000 people who stuck around, who are now actively watching the content, who are liking the content, leaving comments, and supporting. That means the world. That is helping a lot. I want you to understand it is legitimately helping the channel. The channel has a positivity rise for the first time in ages. I have people coming by saying, hey, I'm actually seeing your videos in the algorithm now.
Yeah, obviously, dum-dum, if they just subscribe to you, that will happen. Don't you get that? When you subscribe to a channel, you will automatically be seen or blasted with a ton of videos from that channel. And since you post a lot, that happens. But look at your recent things. Look at your Pokemon views. Like, I looked at one of the videos, 0 comments. Really, Phil? The resurgence is not as good as you think it is. Now, your daily viewership went up from around 13,000 to almost 16,000. Congratulations. That's like a 20% bump. But remember, you have exposure from a guy that has millions of viewers. It's not unreasonable to say that you could have had double the viewership, if not more, if you were actually entertaining. And this is still pretty recent. It's only been 3 weeks. Let's see what the numbers are in the middle of February. Last week, you were in full panic mode, and like I said, it is valuable to keep those people around, because if you're getting 16,000 views daily instead of 13,000, that's a little extra money in your pocket that adds up. So you seem to actually realize that, because hey, the reality is that is the only thing you're gonna get out of this, and you're just trying to desperately keep that, because you're like, well, I botched everything else. Maybe I can hold on to this one measly sliver.
Like, I'm getting recommended your channel. I'm seeing when I search for a topic, if you're talking about it, your video comes up. Amazing.
Yeah, because if they're watching you consistently, you get priority. If they are not watching you consistently, you get deprioritized. That's how the algorithm works, Phil.
So thank you for that very, very much to anyone. And of course, thank you to the longtime fans who've been here through thick and thin as well. You guys are the bread and butter, lifeblood of me and my content, and I appreciate you being here too. But it's always awesome to get new people, especially after such a long time where new people wouldn't come by, right? So there you go. Okay, so.
Yeah, here's Phil coping, talking to the 5 Asmongold tourists that are still there, pretending that there are thousands watching him. Okay, Phil. Yeah, everybody's just dropping that money on their stream for you. Yeah, your whales propped you up last week. And even then, there were plenty of streams where you didn't hit the goal.
Can I give you a Santa ho ho ho?
How did that sound?
Did that cut out, or did it work? It sucks 'cause I want to use the effects, but now you guys are telling me, like, the effects are cutting out. Like, oh, I hope not. It worked? Okay. What the hell? The game is open? I know I had saved. I guess I had never closed it. It had just been in standby mode the whole time. Oops, that wasn't intended. Oopsie poopsie. Well, let's give it a fresh reboot, shall we? Oops. Yeah, I didn't even know that Switch 2 had quick resume. Did you guys know that? I didn't even know it had it.
How long have you had that console? I know you don't play it a lot, but seriously? The Switch 1 had it.
Well, I guess you learn something every day. All right, so by the way, one person so far today has contributed to keep a Pokemon in the party. They want Frankie to remain. But everyone else is now up for grabs, meaning we have 5 other spots today that can be occupied by a Pokemon of your choice. If you do a $20 contribution on today's stream, you can name a Pokemon and bring them into the party for the rest of the stream. If you like one of these Pokemon and you want them to stay in the party, or if there's already a Pokemon that was created previous that you want to bring back to the party, you can also do that for the $20 contribution, okay? So there you go. Thank you in advance. We already had great support earlier today. So, you know, no complaints from me, and I'm sure we're going to have a great time here this afternoon.
But there will be if I get less than, say, $50 of support during my nearly 3 hours of gameplay, because I work really hard for you guys, and you need to reward me with a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, see, if my podcast ends up getting claimed for that song from the Street Fighter movie trailer, that's one thing. That's to be expected. But I'm paying to have this subscription service under Roland to use this music, and they cannot be claiming my videos for it. So, you know, if I lose the rights to the podcast because they're like, oh, it's the song from the movie trailer, fine. But there were 3 separate songs have been claimed, and I'm like, dude, this is nonsense. This is, you know, absolutely no way am I losing revenue because these guys are claiming songs I already paid for. You know, complete nonsense. YouTube sucks.
I really think he bought music instead of using free stuff because he's like, oh, the detractors are clipping all my content. So I'll play this during my podcast. They clip the videos. The music company will claim those videos, and then they won't get any ad revenue on those videos. So they'll stop making clips of me. Yeah, I think that was his whole plan instead of using like YouTube audio library. So eventually I will probably have to upgrade to get a voice isolation tool if this continues. But it's like, this is not improving his stream at all. It's just annoying garbage. But Phil's Wills tell him they love it, so...
Hilarious. Listen to this idiot. You're wasting your money. This seems to be your forte. You think that spending money to upgrade my set to make better content, which is my job, is a waste of money? No, you're a waste of breath. You're an idiot. This is a good investment of money. This is how people notice, oh, content's improving. He's reinvesting in his business. I'll support him more. That's how it works, stupid.
Sometimes, if the content is just garbage anyway, they don't really care. None of these things improve your streams, Phil. They just make you feel a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more smug about yourself.
Humble Thyself says, W narration, other streamers don't read, they just skip it all. I have always read any of the dialogue that is not voice acted in a game, because I'm well aware that there's people out there that aren't staring at the screen. Maybe you're listening in the background as you're doing something else. Maybe you're sight impaired, and I actually have had sight impaired viewers over the years who have thanked me for reading all of the subtitles or the dialogue that the game doesn't voice act, and I'm okay with it. I'm totally okay with it. I'm not going to read every single thing if I feel like some of it's just baloney, but any of this stuff for missions, I always did.
Yeah, he had a fan named Super Blind Man who was blind, and eventually the guy left Phil because Phil told them one day, "You're not seeing what I'm seeing." And then someone in the kick chat hilariously pointed out that Phil doesn't read stuff when it comes to game mechanics.
Thank you, Stalking Tiger, for $1 super chat. I'll get that on the leaderboard.
But you don't have a last super chat tally unless you added it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that mission. Okay, let me just stretch my legs for 1 sec. Okay, let me just stand up and stretch for a second. Okay. Okay. Better here. Really appreciate that. And then I received a $3 tip from the Blimp. Hey man, hope you and the family are well. As we get closer to Christmas, I'm really looking forward to the festivities that you bring on your streams. Money's a bit tight right now, but I'll be able to send a bigger contribution during the Christmas marathon. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Blimp. Again, I always say this. Don't ever worry. Don't ever have to apologize. Don't ever have to think, oh no, I can't contribute. It's all good. Listen, I'm doing well. People are supporting all my stuff. Thank you so much for the $3. And I hope that you're having a great holiday season.
Yeah, Phil has his fans' condition that if they don't donate to him, he wants them to feel sad and feel guilty for doing so. So he's just telling all the tourists, oh, it's no big deal. Yeah, it is. He is serious about that. You better pay up or he's going to get real crabby with you.
All right. So what I wanted to say to you guys was thank you so much, because these Pokemon streams have been doing outstanding. Like, no exaggeration. Every time I play Pokemon, we have a chill time, and even though it's not for a giant audience, the audience that's here is engaged, positive, has such a good time. You support in droves. I really appreciate you all. Never suspected that Pokemon would be doing so well in 2025, but man, I'm really having a great time. And if you haven't noticed, no goals, no asking for anything, and doing outstanding. So thank you guys. Amazing. It's a great time, isn't it, when we just get to enjoy the game and enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, it must be nice when you're told your whales on command to give you money and they do so. It doesn't happen with any other game. We see that the support you're claiming that you want, you just want the money. Your viewership for Pokemon is horrible, especially on demand. Like 120 views in 2 days. Wow, Whale City right there. It's 5 people supporting you, Phil. You can't hide from that fact. You owe Buckwell an apology. Thank you for watching, everybody. This episode of Phil Gets Money for some reason. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. This is Robust turning off the station.
Robust content. That's right. It is robust. Now would be a good time to remind everyone, if you're having a good time, please engage with the content. If you're watching here on stream, be sure to like the stream. Thanks for all the chat and interaction. The engagement's been great. If you're watching on demand on YouTube, please consider liking the video, leaving some comments for engagement. I really appreciate those who have. You guys have been awesome recently. You've helped the channel tremendously.